Hello friends, in this video we are going to see the 1 Egyptian pound standard circulation banknote, which was launched in the years from 2016 to 2022 by the government of the Arab Republic of Egypt. These banknotes were printed by the Central Bank of Egypt and were printed at the printing house of the Central Bank of Egypt, Egypt. Now let us see the physical structure of the banknote. It is a rectangular-shaped banknote made from paper material. It is printed using the intaglio technique, that is, raised printing technique, which can be felt by soft touch on the note surface. The banknote includes background colors of brown and orange. The size of the banknote is 140 mm by 70 mm. Now let us discuss the obverse side of the banknote. When the note is observed from the left to right side, we can see that it has a denominational numeral 1 Junay in Arabic on the bottom left corner and the top right corner of the note. Next, it has a watermark, which consists of the image of the mask of King Tutankhamun. The mask of Tutankhamun is a gold funerary mask that belonged to Tutankhamun, who reigned over the New Kingdom of Egypt. Next, it has the year of printing of the note, which is mentioned according to Gregorian calendar in Arabic. Next, at the center, it features the picture of the mosque and mausoleum of Sultan Qaitbay at the Mamluk Cemetery in Cairo, Egypt. It is situated in Cairo, Egypt, stands as a remarkable testament to Islamic architecture and cultural heritage. Commissioned by Sultan al-Ashraf Qaitbay in the late 15th century, this mosque is an exquisite example of Mamluk-era design and craftsmanship. Its imposing facade is adorned with intricate geometric patterns and ornate arabesques, showcasing the mastery of medieval Islamic artisans. The main prayer hall features soaring columns and intricately carved mihrab, prayer niche, creating a serene and spiritual atmosphere for worshippers. The courtyard, with its marble floors and elegant arcades, provides a peaceful retreat from the bustling city outside. As one of Cairo's most revered religious sites, the Qaitbay Mosque continues to attract visitors from around the world, offering a glimpse into Egypt's rich Islamic heritage and architectural splendor. The funerary complex of Sultan Qaitbay is an architectural complex built by the Mamluk Sultan al-Ashraf Qaitbay in Cairo's northern cemetery. It was built between 1470 and 1474. The main building is a mosque, originally a madrasa, attached to Qaitbay's mausoleum, while other parts of the complex include residential structures, a drinking trough for animals, and a smaller tomb. The complex is considered one of the most beautiful and accomplished monuments of late Mamluk architecture. Al-Ashraf Qaitbay was a Mamluk purchased by Sultan Barzbay and served under several Mamluk sultans, the last of whom Sultan al-Zahir Timur appointed him Emir al-Kabir, the commander-in-chief or highest position for an emir under the sultan. Qaitbay succeeded Timur as sultan at the age of 54 and ruled for nearly 29 years from 1468 to 1496, the second longest reign of any Egyptian Mamluk sultan, after al-Nasir Muhammad. Qaitbay is known as an effective ruler who brought long-term stability while in power. He is notable as one of the greatest patrons of architecture in the Mamluk period, particularly of the Burji Mamluk period, which was otherwise marked by Egypt's relative decline. His period is characterized by a refinement of the Mamluk architectural style, which included greater decorative detail, and, at the bottom of the central image, it has the lettering Masjid as-Sultan Qaitbay 1472 to 1474 in Arabic. Next, it has a rapid windowed security thread with motion effect running vertically, which can be seen on both sides of the note. Next, it has the text Al-Bank al-Markazi al-Misri in Arabic language in Kufic script. Next, it has the denominational value Junay Wahid in Arabic language in Naskh script. Next, it has the signature of the governor of the Central Bank of Egypt, and, next, it has the serial numbers in Arabic, printed horizontally in black magnetic ink on the top left corner and the bottom right corner of the note. Now let us discuss the reverse side of the banknote. When the note is observed from the left to right side, we can see that It has a denominational numeral 1 in English on the bottom left corner and the top right corner of the note. Next, it has the text Central Bank of Egypt in English language. Next, at the center, it features the picture of the main entrance to the Great Temple at Abu Simbel. Abu Simbel is a historic site comprising two massive rock-cut temples in the village of Abu Simbel, Aswan Governorate, Upper Egypt, near the border with Sudan. It is located on the western bank of Lake Nasser, about 230 kilometers, 140 miles, southwest of Aswan, about 300 kilometers, 190 miles, by road. It is located in southern Egypt, is a remarkable example of ancient Egyptian architecture and religious devotion. Constructed during the reign of Pharaoh Ramesses II in the 13th century BCE, this temple is dedicated to the gods Ra-Harakti, Ptah, and Amun. Its most striking feature is the four colossal statues of Ramesses II seated on thrones, each reaching approximately 65 feet in height. These imposing statues flank the entrance, serving as guardians and symbols of the pharaoh's power and divine connection. The interior of the temple is adorned with intricate carvings and hieroglyphics, depicting scenes from Ramesses II's reign and religious rituals dedicated to the gods. Beyond its architectural grandeur, the Abu Simbel temple stands as a testament to the religious fervor and monumental achievements of ancient Egypt, captivating visitors with its timeless splendor and significance. The twin temples were originally carved out of the mountainside in the 13th century BC, during the 19th dynasty reign of the pharaoh Ramesses II. Their huge external rock relief figures of Ramesses II have become iconic. His wife, Nefertari, and children can be seen in smaller figures by his feet. Sculptures inside the Great Temple commemorate Ramesses II's heroic leadership at the Battle of Kadesh. The complex was relocated in its entirety in 1968 to higher ground to avoid it being submerged by Lake Nasser, the Aswan Dam Reservoir. As part of international campaign to save the monuments of Nubia, an artificial hill was made from a domed structure to house the Abu Simbel temples, under the supervision of a Polish archaeologist, Kazimierz Michalbowski, from the Polish Center of Mediterranean Archaeology University of Warsaw. The Abu Simbel complex, and other relocated temples from Nubian sites such as Fili, Amata, Wadi Sebua, are part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site, known as the Nubian Monuments. Temple of Hathor and Nefertari in Abu Simbel, also known as the Small Temple, built about 100 meters, 330 feet, northeast of the Temple of Ramesses II, and dedicated to the goddess Hathor and Ramesses II's chief consort, Nefertari. The rock-cut facade is decorated with two groups of colossi that are separated by the large gateway. The statues, slightly more than 10 meters, 33 feet, high, are of the king and his queen. On either side of the portal are two statues of the king, wearing the white crown of Upper Egypt, South Colossus, and the double crown, North Colossus. These are flanked by statues of the queen. The central image also contains pharaonic cartouches on both the sides. Cartouche 1 reads Nefertari Miri Mut, which is an ancient Egyptian name or title that translates to Nefertari, beloved of the goddess Mut. Nefertari was the great royal wife of Pharaoh Ramesses II. The goddess Mut was the consort of the god Amun, and a powerful deity associated with motherhood, fertility, and protection. Cartouche 2 reads Re Mesu Miri Amun, which is an ancient Egyptian name or title that translates to the son of God Re, the beloved of god Amun. This was the given name of King Ramses II. The central image also consists of the hieroglyphics in underprint from the Luxor Temple of Amenophis II. The Luxor Temple is a large ancient Egyptian temple complex located on the east bank of the Nile River, in the city today known as Luxor, ancient Thebes, and was constructed approximately 1400 BCE. In the Egyptian language it was known as Ipedri-Sit, the southern sanctuary. It was one of the two primary temples on the east bank, the other being Karnak. Unlike the other temples in Thebes, Luxor Temple is not dedicated to a cult god or a deified version of the pharaoh in death. Instead, Luxor Temple is dedicated to the rejuvenation of kingship. It may have been where many of the pharaohs of Egypt were crowned in reality or conceptually. To the rear of the temple are chapels built by Amenhotep III of the 18th dynasty and Alexander. Other parts of the temple were built by Tutankhamun and Ramesses II. During the Roman era, the temple and its surroundings were a legionary fortress and the home of the Roman government in the area. During the Roman period, a chapel inside the Luxor temple, originally dedicated to the goddess Mut, was transformed into a Tetrarchy cult chapel and later into a church. Along with the other archaeological sites in Thebes, the Luxor temple was inscribed on the UNESCO World Heritage List, and, next, it has the denominational value £1 in English. Here, we reach the end of this video. Hope you liked it. Thank you very much for watching the video. See you soon. Goodbye.